side.
Both gone deep.
Oh, he's lost the knife. Why?
Oh no.
No, you can't do that. Oh, and he's around. Big crash. Oh, Dali's gone into him. He's going to go for the move. He's going to go for the move. Back at him. Oh, the Tino's gone. He's thrown it away at last. The Tino's gone for a massive dive. And unfortunately, it's
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a huge crash off the start line. Absolutely monumental. This is going to be a safety car. No.
Oh, that's Cecil.
And he's probably going to have carnage. It's a big moment from there. He's going to struggle to stop that. He's in the wall.
That's out.
Oh my jeez.
Two, they do not like one another.
And yeah, I can see why.
Shut the back of a big crash. Alex Cattle's in the fence. It's around.
Seeing white cubes while you're racing a race car, you either haven't got the mod installed or you're on some very good drugs.
Yeah, good, mate. Very good. How are you? Yeah, I'm keen for tonight. Sandown's one of my favourite tracks, so yeah, it's good. Can't wait to see the action, and yeah, it's good to see Dad on pole as well. Yeah, that's right. It'll be interesting to see how tonight plays out, especially with him being on pole, and yeah, see if he can get the race win and take the championship still to the next rounds, because we do have the drop rounds cutting off soon. So it'll be interesting to see how the points then go from there.
Yeah, that it will be. And apologies, I've just been told that no one could hear me, so that just tops my audio dramas of tonight. But yeah, it will be definitely interesting as we're about to get on the grid for the race. Just, whoop, don't know what's going on there. I've got a slight issue. Yeah, beautiful. Okay. So, Steve Warwick's on pole for this race, as previously mentioned. We've got Kai Jones off P2, but he hasn't gridded for some reason, so I'm a bit confused.
Yeah,
what's going on there.
His game has crashed. He's just messaged in the Discord that his game has crashed.
Okay, I'm actually gonna, because I'm still having some problems myself. I'm just gonna restart. Whoops. Because I did join and fuck everyone over then at the last minute. So, apologies to everybody. Whoops. I've now got stuff happening I don't want happening on stream. So yeah, we'll just take a slight hiatus. You know, I joined the server right as we flicked over to race, so it's probably my fault if anyone crashed. So from what I saw then, that looked like a very interesting grid.
Yeah, it looked a bit mixed up, and it'd be interesting to see how the race goes.
I've had Levi McMillan in the chat say no rooster in the comm box this year. No rooster. I remember that. I'm pretty sure that was our first ever Super 2 broadcast that we ever did. It was delayed stream.
It was.
And yeah. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm just waiting for Kai to rejoin. Few aeroplane crashes as well. Well, yeah, Sandown's a big one, a big track for big accidents, especially at the end of the back straight here. So you get a punch, you're kind of a passenger down there. So I hope that doesn't happen to anyone tonight. But I'm guessing we'll see. Big field. Just noticed Kai's joined, so we will take it over. Yes, the cursor's on the screen. Well, here we go for race 1. Should now have everybody ready to go. Still got some guys in the box for some reason.
Session is about to start.
And here we go for the formation lap. So, recapping once again, Steve Warwick off pole position in the Blackshaw RSM Racing Commodore. Kai Jones is off P2 for Vivid Esports. That's a very good qualifying effort for him, so he'll be pretty happy with that. Nathan Higginson, our championship leader, he comes out of P3. Zane Zavage is currently in the pit lane for some reason, so I don't know what's happened with him. He's just left the game, so obviously a game crash. No force feedback. Is that Brandon, no force feedback? There's a force feedback reset button, should be able to assign. Out of P4, we've got Cam Parrett. Out of P5, we have Brat. P6 is Brandon, who is just trying to catch back up to the field now. P7 is RSM Latino. P8 is Keenan Sykes. P9 is Trent Allen on his debut, so that's a good effort. Hayden Lincoln also on his debut is out of 11 in the Penrite Grove Racing Ultima. We've got Ryan Smith in P12 from Lachlan Haran, who's making his return. It's good to see him out there. Spyro out of 13th from Acclaim Bite. Stenny, Dodger, Jordan DeSantis, and that is our grid, or Liam Budd, sorry, lining up off the very back. So, Kyle, what are we going to see?
Hopefully we will see a good motor race. That is what I'm hoping to see.
That's what I'm
realistically, I'd like to see the this bloke that we're focused on at the moment get a race win. That'd be good.
And we're off and away, and it looks like Nathan Higginson's got the best start from the third row, or the second row, off third position. He's going to go down and he's going to try and take P2 off the start here. So they all come through. Slight contact there in the background with Cam Parrett. Otherwise, we've all made it through.
Yeah, it looks like Dostal's fixed that feedback issue, so that's good.
That is good. As he goes to go toe-to-toe with Brap now. Cars in the background
this will
going
be hairy.
side by side. That's hairy.
Oh, a bit of smoke.
Brap's had to
Yeah,
shortcut.
all good. Oh, yeah.
And they're still going side by side. Dostal's going to come back. He's going to be on the outside, but he will have the inside of the last corner. I think he's going to get it done. He is, but he's parked it on the apex and not allowed Brap to get the crisscross done. So it's good. Good move there by Dostal, and he is up to fourth.
This invites Parrott into the fight now as well, as you see, defensive goes Brap. Oh, that's way off the road.
It's way off the road.
Oh,
He's cleaned up
no.
another car. That's Latino.
That's huge.
That is huge. I'm going to get a replay of that. Oh, my replay graphic isn't working for some reason, so that's brilliant. And he just got way out of shape, way off, and he tried to rejoin there. Straight at, it was sideways clearly, and yeah, that's really affected their race. Bad luck there to Cuz, who's an innocent bystander in that. As now my replay graphic decides to actually work. Back to the front, we've got Nathan Higginson. He has caught Steve Warwick now, and he is chasing him. Looks like Dostal's actually off again, so I'm not sure whether he may still be suffering from that force feedback issue, which is unfortunate. It's something that happens in AMS from time to time. You go to race and you've got no feedback, and you can set a button to reset it. It's luckily something I haven't had to deal with for quite a long time. I seem to find it more of a prevalent issue on Logitech equipment.
Yeah, this is looking like it'll be a healthy fight at the front, as we see a big fight in the mid-pack.
Huge fight here from Zero, who just lost it, unfortunately. That was a big fight between him of Dostal recovering and Stenny, DeSantis, Cuz and Dodger.
A big gaggle of cars there. Cuz will be on the hunt to get back through.
Because I've just noticed Cam Parrett has run wide and he's lost his spot at the fight. So further back though, Lachlan Moran is having a look. Cuz is now trying to move his way up through the field. Keep an eye on that as those guys try to recover.
Oh,
Cuz
you
has
could
been
see that
turned
coming.
again.
You could see that coming from a mile away.
Cuz would be absolutely fuming. 2 incidents
Yeah, Jordan,
in 4
he
laps.
didn't look comfortable on the brakes there on the inside, and there's a couple little bumps there on the inside, so
It is a
it
very
unsettled the
difficult.
car.
It is a very, very difficult braking zone. It must be said on the inside. It invites you to make a move up there, but when you get up there on the inside, if you're not entirely confident with it, it's extremely easy to make a mistake. Just flicking back to the front, because I've noticed that Kai Jones has started to catch these 2 cars at the front. Just not what I would have expected, to be honest.
Yeah, he did show some pace in qualifying, so maybe tyre life's starting to come to him now. I'm not sure. As we see Steve make an error there.
Oh, and
Oh.
Higginson is doing his classic usual, and he is right out sideways there.
Yeah, he's now under threat here.
Yeah, his tyres are not going to make this 20-lap journey last if that's the way he's going to treat them. But then again, I say that every broadcast, and somehow he makes them last.
These 3 are nuts to butts. They're
That they
looking
are.
like they're going to go the whole distance like this.
Well, that'll be
all
excellent
gonna be
news for
about-
us.
Whoever makes a mistake is going to lose out, I think.
So, Steve currently keeping a cool head and just driving consistent. His car's straight at every corner, and I think that'll serve him well in the long run. But we'll see. Higginson looks to have the pace, and Kai's just staying there in the background.
Yeah, the draft is very strong in these cars, so once you get in behind someone, you can pretty much just stick to them. As you see, another little fight here for P6.
I heard a bit of banging and clanging, and I had to switch my camera to it. There is now side by side for the race lead, so I'm actually going to switch back. I don't know who to watch. Nathan Higginson's going to go around the outside!
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to get a replay of that.
Good move.
Oh, no, it's still on. It's still on. I'm going to get a replay of that. So, coming up the back straight here, I was watching this on the second monitor, and I couldn't really believe what I was seeing. He somehow, he got it done. And, I mean, that's incredible balls, because Steve could have very easily just put him in the fence there.
Yep. It's very nice of the old man to let that happen.
It is, and now Steve's actually fallen back, and he's lost a fair bit of time now to Higo, and now he's got Kai Jones to worry about.
He's just got to drive the car here. Now he's got the pace. He's got to put his head down.
That would have definitely unsettled him a little bit. Thinking about someone who's put on a solid drive so far. Lap 7, and they're up 11 positions is Liam Budd. We saw him do this at Townsville, and once again, he started from the back and carved his way through.
Looks like he's going to get another one here.
Oh,
backed out of it.
he's not willing to play those games, but I reckon he'll probably try and make a move down here, and he is. He's down the inside, but he's been quite nice, but now he's going to have to deal with his teammate doing the over-under on him.
Bit of Parramatta Eels versus North Queensland Cowboys.
Bit of NRL team rivalry. It's odd for the same team to have two different league teams on their car.
Yeah, they're It is a bit interesting.
Oh, it's who's has ahead who had a big moment. It was Trent Allen who had a big moment. This is because the big
look at this.
checker. Oh, they're into one another.
The Cowboys are into the heels.
Well, they are, and somehow they've all survived and got out of there. So, impressive stuff, because I thought that was going to end in tears there. That's a very narrow part of the track, slow speed, and very easy to rotate the car. As we're talking about rotating the car,
Oh my
we've got
God.
Ryan Smith, who was all out of shape, and they're both going off the road. So, Lachlan Horan gets involved. Now they're going to go 3 wide up this straight. Who's going to back out of it? The answer is none of them. Well, actually, I think it was Horan who decided the outside wasn't going to win there.
He's going to get a great run onto the straight.
He is, and so's Smith. Excellent racing here. These two guys here are basically rookies to the series, essentially. Oh, well, Trent Allen actually is. I think Ryan Smith's done 1 round with us, so good to see rookies battling in the top 10 and so hard. And that's Brandon having a big moment in the background. So Bud's now steamed away from that while that was happening, and he's got he's put nearly 2 seconds on those guys. I'm going to flick back to the front because Steve Warwick is now catching Higginson again. As I switch back, it's on again. It's the battle of excitement, and Dostal's now got involved. Trent Allen's moved out of the way, a bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, look, they say this is the home of the horsepower, but I think it's more like fucking Broncos or bulls out there in the rodeo.
It's a bit like that, and now Dostal's gonna make a move there. That's a hard corner to make a move at. That's basically what happens when you try to make a move there. You just can't get down the inside enough. But he's gonna get the run up the straight. Is he going to go side by side through here? I tell you, that is such an exciting corner.
It is.
I'm personally of the opinion that it's kind of been ruined. I know it's... talking about ruined, Ryan Smith has just gone and ruined his race. He's running so well there in the top 10, and he's looped it on corner exit. So it's going to bring it in.
Keep going. Yep, there he goes. Now he'll be in the... Now we have a lonely drive.
Yeah, he'll have a lonely drive there in no man's land by himself.
Now here we go. As you can see, he goes trying to break the draft already, so now he's looking in the mirrors.
As I've noticed, Brandon's come into the lane, so he must have an issue he's trying to resolve. But yeah, I'm one of the people that's of the opinion. I know it was done for safety, but they've kind of taken a bit of the aggression out of this racetrack. Turn 6 was such a corner where if you went side by side through there, you were going to have an accident. Nowadays, you kind of there's a lot of runoff before you're going to have an accident. The risk versus reward of it is gone. It was kind of like turn 8 at Adelaide, really, except it was grass that you made before you made the fence. But
yeah, I particularly liked turn 6 how it was before, especially when it was wet, because it was like you had to get it right or you were in the fence basically.
But yeah, no, I understand that we had to make a change for safety because there's way too many big accidents up there. So, but it is good to see that we can still enjoy it in sim racing. Oh, it's been really wide.
Some of those accidents were completely avoidable, in my opinion. Like
Yeah.
the Hazelwood one was stupid. But anyway, we'll leave that for another day. We'll focus on what we've got here.
Of course, and that we've seen that in this race here. I mean, when you go side by side up there at that corner, you need both parties to facilitate it to happen, or at least one party to facilitate it to happen, because otherwise you end up having an accident like that. If both parties don't back out, then that's what happens. And
Exactly right.
Higo was very lucky that Steve was generous to some degree. I think he was like more shocked that it was happening. But it was a good move nonetheless. Ballsy, and that's what you've got to do. Sets him up now to control this race from the front.
Well, he's got 7.5 laps to go. And we know what he's like for some of these longer runs of tyres, as we see. There was a yellow flag. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, it was Spiro spinning. So I will just cop a replay because there's not a great deal happening. So he's just gone in too hot into the corner we were talking about and just lost it. So it's unfortunate
That's
for
actually
him.
a good save.
Yeah, he's kept it off the wall, which isn't easy to do down there. It's very easy to put yourself straight hard back into the fence. These top three have really separated the rest of the field.
They certainly have. I'm just wondering if Steve's just buying his time here and sitting back and waiting. But he's running out of laps, so if he wants to get this race win, he needs to charge for it now.
He is he's only there's still 6 laps to go, and he is only 7/10 behind, but he's going to come up to some lap traffic. Yeah, that's Spiro having once again another accident down there, so he's in a world of strife as he goes off into the Sandown road. But they're going to have some lap traffic to deal with here in the next few laps, and we know that lap traffic at Sandown, depending on where you catch them, can be a bit of drama. It's hard to get out of the way. He gets out of the way now in a straight line, but there's not really anywhere to get out of the way coming down the hill here.
Yeah, virtually if you get out of the way, you ruin your race. So you try and time it to perfection to keep yourself in the race. Because it is only a short track, and if you back off, you're virtually done.
Yeah. No, you did the right thing there, backing off on the straight. And the car goes behind. But it looks like Steve is closing in here. So will he go for a late charge at this, and what will he try to do? Where will he try and make the move? Oh, it's Higginson. Higginson's completely sideways through there.
I think it'll be there at Dandenong Road. I think he'll try and make the move there. He looks a little bit stronger on the brakes down there.
It is always a good one for the element of surprise. So I've just flicked back because I've just seen Liam Budd has made a move for P7 as Steve has actually rotated. So we'll come back to that. So just get a replay. Coming up here, I'm not sure exactly what he's done, but he's rotated on the last corner, so that is all she wrote. Yeah, he's just gassed it up. Old tyres. And yeah, that puts an end to his charge for the win, and now he's actually under pressure from Parrett back in P3 and 4, so he's now a long way off. So that hands Higginson a pretty comfortable victory, to be said.
Yeah, that right rear tyre will be pretty hot now after that spin. Yeah, driver of the night so far to this guy on screen, Liam Budd.
Up 14 positions. And he's 21 seconds off the lead, but he's only 6 seconds off Cam Parrett, who started off the third row. If he gets a good quality in the next one, he could definitely be on for a top 5. So I am noticing the gap between Jones and Higginson is coming down, but I reckon that could be a case of Higo just managing the gap. He's done this, but he's played this card before to us, so he did it at Townsville, and he had us all worried about what was going on, but I think he was just hyper-managing, and I'd say that that's what's going on here. No need to make a mistake when you've got such a comfortable gap.
Yeah, with 4 laps to go, he's just managing it from here. Oh, you say that? He's lost the brake.
Moving on, we've got a battle here between Stenny and the Claimbite for 13th and 14th. The Claimbite's going to go for a move down the inside into turn 1, but he's backed out of it. Oh, and Stenny locks up.
Oh.
So, these two have been in a battle for quite a few laps, but Stenny's been leading it the whole way.
You reckon the old boy will be doing what's on his car, the Claimbite, as he drives alongside of him?
Probably. I mean, I know those two talk in voice together, and on camera. So yeah, who knows what they're saying to one another and what signals they're making to one another. They've been in our series since the start, and it's good they're ever supporters and constantly improving.
You know, they've been there since the start, these guys, which is good. Good to still see them around. Always happy to have them.
They're always happy to race too. As this gap continues to come down, it's 1.5 seconds now with 2 laps to go. Oh, I switch away, and once again something exciting happens, and Stenny's run off the road and he's made a mistake. So that's given the spot to a Claimbite. Oh, and Kai Jones. Sorry, Kai Jones has made a quite a monumental error. So we'll get a replay for you, see what's going on here. So into turn 1, he's come out of there and he's lost it. What's he done? Oh, he's just picked up the throttle too early once again. I think these guys a bit optimistic on the old tyres as they've got really hot. And
yeah, you know what? That's unfortunate because it looked like going into the, what is it there, the turn 2 and 3 little chicane there. Higo looks like he ran over the curb awkwardly and slowed down a little bit, so yeah, that's a shame for Kai there.
So yeah, that drops him back to P5 after such a strong run that he was having. He'll be disappointed with that.
Now we see Dodger and old man Stenny having a go here. But where is he going?
I have no idea where the hell he's going. I believe Higo has now started the final lap, so Higo won't be like seeing this. He won't be like seeing this, as he's actually run off the road. So he does still have quite a large gap over the rest of the field. As Dodger steps aside for him. I know Stenny's going to be pretty keen to beat Dodger here, so see how colourblind he is.
Oh.
But Nathan Higginson, he's done everything he needs to do. He's the only one in the top few cars that hasn't made an error. So, and when you don't make errors, you win championships, and that's what this guy looks like he's going to do as he rounds the final corner, and he wins his 4th race in a row, I believe, in the championship. Or is it 5? Who knows? He's won that many, I don't remember, but he wins another race here. Steve Warwick comes home in 2nd after all that. Brapp in 3rd. He'll be pretty happy with a podium there. Keenan Sykes gets home in 4th. That's a good effort from Kai Jones. Cam Parrett back in P6. Liam Budd ganks it all the way up to 7th after starting dead last in 20th. 22nd, I believe. Hayden Link, 8th on debut. Trent Allen is gonna win this battle with Haran to come 9th, get his top 10 on debut, and Haran gets 10th on return. Latino recovers to 11th after that shocking start to the race. As we see Ryan Smith, he's in T12. He is going to come across the line. Claim Bite's going to pick up P13 from Stenny, who was our last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, here he comes. His finger to the air. That's P14.
P14, Dodger 15. Dostal finishes the lap down in 16th. Spiro is P17. Georgia Sun is 18th. And that was our field with Zane Savage not taking it to the grid, as Higginson is doing a massive line locker for us. Well, that race was... It had all the ingredients to be exciting, but it was a bit lackluster. Let's put it in the fence.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. It's just too many people.
Good burnout. No good.
Too many people made errors in that one. Must be said.
Yeah, we talked up the race for the top 3 a little bit, and it sort of bowed out to something not very good, which is unfortunate. But hopefully the next race, same distance, hopefully they can make a bit better race of it.
Yeah, hopefully. So next race is the same length, so they'll all get a fair bit of experience from that one.
Here you go with the orange numbers as well for the championship lead.
Yeah, well, the start that championship lead is starting to get a bit unassailable, it must be said. Next round, Bathurst, we take the drop round. Well, we actually think the drop round gets taken at the end of this round. Would I be right for Super 2?
That is correct.
Before Bathurst, and then we've only got 2 more rounds for this series with Bathurst and Adelaide at the end of the year.
That's right. So, starting to get to the nitty gritty.
So much shorter championship this year for these guys. Only running basically half the schedule of the main series guys. But it's delivered the action. We've had big grids, we've had good racing, and everybody's enjoyed it. And I think the racing less often has kept people more enthused for it.
Yeah, it's I think sometimes scaling it back, you know, you kind of look forward to the race meetings happening rather than doing something all the time. You get a little bit, oh, yeah, you know, I might miss this one. Or whereas if you scale it back and, you know, everyone tends to show up.
Exactly, it tends to be more less is more. You give people less races to commit to, and they have more time to practice. I know my old man likes that. Is the gap between the races to get the practice in, and then if he wants to, he can do the main series or practice for that when there's spots available. So at the tracks he enjoys. So that's kind of been our aim this year, and it's worked a treat. I'm happy with how it's going, and I'm keen to see the participation still up. I hope everybody is enjoying it. Can't be like understeer here and oversteer there. That sounds like a supercar to me. Yeah, it's good to see some of the new guys out there as well. Trent Allen joined us for Carrera Cup a few weeks ago, and yeah, he's back here in supercars, and it's been good to see him in the top 10 and fighting amongst some of the guys that have been around quite a bit longer.
Craps just put into the Discord channel hashtag Barra Power. So I think Scrutineering needs to get onto that car.
Yeah, well, you know, I thought we were all meant to have 5 litre V8s in the thing. So interesting to hear they got the Barra.
Yeah, that's probably why it didn't do too good in qualifying.
Yeah, probably. Probably why it sounds crap as well.
Nothing like a 5 litre, mate.
Exactly right. Exactly right. As we get ready for qualifying, we've got 2 cars that have joined us. We've got Zane Zavage and Rhodey jumped in. So we'll just get some pictures for you.
There's one thing I'm sad about with the new Gen 3 cars is that we're not sticking to the 5 litre formula. I mean, it's good that we're sticking with V8s, but they just don't sound the same.
No, they're not.
I mean,
the same.
I'm very particular with the engine noise. So a lot of people can't tell, but I can definitely tell.
No, I can tell as well, and I'm a fucking traditional. I'm a traditionalist too, but at the end of the day, sometimes change is good, sometimes it's bad. A lot of the motor racing changes I've seen in recent years haven't been for the better, but you know, you wait and see what it brings. So it's going to be sad. To me, it's the end of an era.
Yeah.
But I was sad at the end of the Blueprint era too, at the end of what I would like to say is the end of touring car racing in this country, because from that point onwards, the formula was really not touring cars. We went to proper built race cars, but not that they weren't before them, but they were officially proper built race cars.
Yeah.
And I still think Blueprint was the best era, but yeah, what, sorry? You...
One category we can be excited for is LMDH.
Yes.
I think that'll be a good future category to watch. Endurance racing. It's good to see that making a comeback with all the manufacturers as well.
I hope so. Well, I hope to see that endurance racing picks up a bit, because LMP1 was quite good in the about 5 or so years ago when you had Audi, Porsche, and Toyota.
Yep.
So I hope we can see that again, because Le Mans is one of my favourite races to watch. It's not been much to watch in the last few years.
No.
So.
Oh, here we are, waiting for the first.
We are at Sandown.
Well,
once a former host of the World Sports Car Championship, believe it or not. So
that is correct.
Yes. We are somewhat on topic. As Cam Parrett goes to the line and he's the first person, so of course he goes to P1, but he's quickly eclipsed by Nathan Higginson, who does an 8.8.
Yeah, it's a good first lap time out.
Dostal beats that.
Oh, wow. Good job, 8.5.
So we're quick here out of the box.
Yeah, that's 3 tenths quicker than qualifying 1, so...
Oh! Sorry, I've just seen a huge accident. I'm gonna roll the tape. I don't know what happened here. Really confused as to what happened. So Rhodey's off the track. There's someone in the Ben Hall car. I'm gonna assume it's Rhodey. And
it's Rhodey, yeah.
The rejoin and just killed him.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's I was a bit confused as to what happened, because I'm like, why is there a car that's come out of nowhere and made contact? But not the kind of things that I like to see. Didn't look like there was too much avoiding action made there.
No. And yeah. That was just very, very stupid.
He's held up with Dostal on the lap. But Cam Parrett's improved to P3. port now and go back to the lane. We'll have a look at Parrett. Higginson's now back out on track. Braps just had a huge moment off the curb there at turn 1. Can use a fair bit of the turn 1 curb in this version of the track. It's something that I've noticed. I've obviously been doing a fair bit of iRacing here, and you can't really use that here. But you can in AMS, and Latino's just gone fastest to the first sector, so would have picked Latino to be up the pointy end. He likes these sort of tracks that are shorter tracks that are got stop-start. I've noticed that seems to be performs best in Valley, Simmons Plains, and here.
Yeah, well, cars would be well equipped to this track, as you and I both know we raced it a fair bit back in the R-Factor days. So
That we did?
yeah, he's no stranger to this version of the track.
No.
He goes to P3.
It was a staple of the RSM series back in the day. Shout out to anyone from RSM who's watching and say hello. I need to come and have a talk with Savages at some point.
Yeah, I might join in on that as well. Go and say hello to a few blokes I haven't talked to for a while.
I know Ben and Beachy occasionally tune in, so... As Steve has gone to P5, a few people are just getting their bearings at the minute. Liam Budd goes to 10. Oops, got the wrong computer showing things. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Who's on laps, who's doing what? Got 3 minutes to go, 3 minutes 50 to go. So no improvement there from cars. What's Higginson give us? He improves to his PB. As does Bright behind. He does a faster first sector than Higginson.
Moment there from Sin from
huge
Motorsport
moment.
cars.
Brad in the background.
Yeah, it looks like he's hit the fence.
No, he actually missed the fence. It's actually a pretty impressive save. I'll cop a replay of it because he's kept the thing off the wall after what was only a monumental accident. See? Oh, see?
Wow.
Maybe the
Must have been the barra power.
Barra power. Barra powered brakes. I know what it was. I know what it was. The Barra doesn't have enough power that it didn't make the fence because he wasn't going fast enough.
Well, if he hit the fence, it probably would have turned into a barramundi.
So we've got Dostal on a lap and Steve Warwick. Kai Jones has jumped up to P2 while we weren't looking, so...
He's got some good pace tonight.
He does. It's good to see the 3 cars for Vivid here tonight. Nearly got the full garage out, as Dostal hasn't improved. It's a good number he did early on. I think he's going to struggle to beat that. And those Kai Jones is 2 tenths away, but he's losing 3 tenths in the first sector.
Yeah, wow.
Hayden Link now goes up to P5. Steve Warwick from pole in the first race, he is not performing well in this qualifying session.
P nowhere.
Well, I say that, and he's just gone PB to the first sector.
Yeah, maybe he's just warming those tyres up. PB to the second.
Got a number of cars on laps.
Someone's in the
Who's
fence
that?
hard in the background.
Who's that? That was a huge accident. That's steady. So what's happened here? That's an absolute monumental accident. Oh, he's gone in way too hot. He's clipped the wall and oh. He's written off the FUCK-U Racing Commodore for Stenny Racing Team. And I think that what's on the side of his car is, he's probably said the first bit of it in that. Probably more than once too.
Mate, that was huge.
What it was, it's Kai Jones is on a number. Getting back to what's actually happening.
You actually might have to go check on him and see if his head's still not spinning.
Well, yeah, I mean, he probably is a bit dizzy after that. Probably a bit angry knowing him as well. So Higginson goes up to P2. What's Jones going to do? He doesn't improve.
Hayden Link in P5.
Yeah, good effort from Hayden Link. I say that, and he's in the fence. So is Higginson. He's spun as well, so that's ruined their last attempts. So it's not going to be Higginson on pole. It's not going to be Warwick. Is it going to be Warwick on pole? No, it's not going to be Warwick on pole. Kai Jones is on another lap, but he's not challenged the first sector marker. So is Bratt. They're both a long way away from the first sector marker. Dostal's done. He's out of it. Bratt's had another monumental accident down there, and he has made the fence this time. So it's down to Jones. Can Kai Jones, can he do enough to improve over Higginson? He isn't on a bad lap. And he can't do it, so. Brendan Dostal gets pole, and it was at the first lap of the session too, which is even more impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a solid effort.
What am I doing? So, Dostal on pole. For everyone, my head's a bit wide tonight. I'm switching to the wrong things, showing the wrong things, having a few dramas.
Well, there we go. We've got a Holden 1-2, and a Nissan. A Holden, Nissan, Holden, and I think it was a Ford. So
yeah, and that's what the green top motorsport cars that need to go to scrutineering. So not a good night for the Falcons in the field, especially those powered by 5-litre Ford motors.
Yeah, even Parrett I'm surprised with. Usually he's more towards the front. And tonight he seems to be a little bit in struggle street. I'm sure he will push through.
It is a surprise, but also I feel like this is not the kind of track that suits him either. Like he tends to be very good at flowing the car, and a track like this, it's all stop-start. It's curb usage, straight line braking, straight line acceleration. It's not really his style of track, but then again, he did do very good. He did do very good at Townsville, which surprised me. So, but anyway, that's the nature of this championship. It's something we get. It's good that we get to see. In the main, we get to see Dane Warren and Ethan slap everyone every round, but while Higo's been pretty dominant in this, you do see the different guys that get up the front that have this type of track that suits them, and have their tracks that don't. Unlike in the main series, we've just seen that the same guys seem to be suited to most tracks. Even if they're like me and they say they're not good at a track, we're usually all still at the front. So. I personally love this track and can't wait to race it in Maine next week. I'll be coming late to that one as well, Cole. I'm going to the dentist before that, so that'll be great. So my mouth will be numb so I won't be able to say too much. to my colleagues and competitors.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Is Dostal getting some last minute practice?
Yeah, not long left in this session before we head into the race, which will be another 20 lap sprint. But again, the grid's mixed up a little bit differently. So hopefully Dostal can show a bit of his pace that he has from qualifying into the race.
And here we go. We're getting ready for the final race of the night. Our final race before we go to the mountain. So, for this series.
That's correct, mate. The big one.
The big one. I'll look forward to it. We'll be announcing some things shortly in regards to that.
Yes. This week, in fact.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, I'm looking for Kane to do it because I have the week off before that event. So, I mean, it's because I'm going to be at the actual event, and then I'm not going to be in Perth for a few days, but I will have a few days off before that event in Perth. So, should give us plenty of time to be organised completely for it.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'll be at the event as usual. And, yeah.
I look forward to being at the event. Work's not too happy about it, but that's their problem.
Well, it'll put up with it. Everyone needs holidays. I'm just waiting for the green flag for the formation lap to commence.
There we are. And here we go. Formation lap has commenced, and we've got Brandon Dostal on pole. I think he took pole at Barbagallo, so I think that's his second pole, if you can correct me if I'm wrong. So that's a good result from him. Hopefully he has forced feedback in this one. From Nathan Higginson in P2. Kai Jones continues his strong night out of P3. RSM Latino out of 4, hoping for a better one for him in this one. Didn't really go to plan in the last one. I feel like he's got the pace to run with these guys ahead. Hayden Link is in P5 as he flashes his lights. To tell us, say hello, I guess. Good result in qualifying for him. Steve Warwick out of position number 6. He'll be disappointed with that, but hopefully he can have a stronger race in this one. Bratt for Green Top Motorsport with the Jim Barra swaps on the side. Yeah, so interested to see how he'll go in this one. Hopefully he has the power up the straights. Cam Parrett out of 8th. Keenan Sykes is out of 9th position with Trent Allen out of 10th. And I've realised that I've stepped over the top of you, Cole, so I'm going to let you do the last few on the grid.
No worries, mate. In P11, we have Zane Zilvaj. P12, we have, who have we got in P12? I think we wait for the cameraman to focus on P12. I'm pretty sure it's playing Bud, but cameraman's had a bit of a wobble. Yep, there we go. P13 is Lachlan Horan. P14 is Ryan Smith. 15th is Rhodey. 16th is Stenny, who's starting from pit lane. We'll see how that ends up. P17 is Spiro. P18 is Jordan DeSantis. P19 is a claim bike. P20 we have Dodger. And that rounds out our field. 20 cars, one starting from pit lane.
I was just hearing about the Stenny related drama, hence why I was having delays. I've heard that he had some issue. Hoping that he does get away there.
Well, luckily here the first sector is pretty close to the start line because green lights don't come out until the first car crosses first sector. So there he goes. We're off.
We're off, and Nathan Higginson's got a beautiful start there.
Yeah. And he's leaned on him.
Oh, and there's a bit of drama there in the background. Steve Warwick's off the road. Stenny has...
Oh,
huge bit of drama.
big dramas. Oh, look at this. Oh, lucky save there.
Oh, it's been a big accident. Dostal's around. I've got to get a replay of that. I'm just got to find out what's actually happened.
That is huge.
That is huge.
I've
So
skittled
what has happened
everyone.
down here? So Brandon's gone down here. He's lost the rear end completely, and he's just been in the middle of the road, and they've had nowhere to go. Kai Jones has been lucky to get away with that. And then Latino.
Oh,
That is not a very good rejoin, and that's taken out 2 guys there. So I'm not going to sit here and incriminate him, but he has rejoined straight into the car twice. So frustrating night for Cuz, and yeah, and he's lost it by himself. So not what you want to be seeing, not good, and he's now retired from the race. So and so is Dodger. Higginson now has a huge lead.
oh, he's off the road.
He is off the road. He is. He's had a huge moment. He's actually around. So Kai Jones has gone off. What is happening in this race? And Steve Warwick is now up to P3, and he's going to make a move here on Jones. Higginson's going to have severely flat-spotted tyres after that, with damage on them.
The race has gone off.
It really has. Feel bad for a lot of those guys. Been a lot of people in dramas already, and some of them not for their own fault.
Oh, he goes off again. The guy's off again. What is going on?
None of them want to stay on.
Steve's almost looped it. Does anyone want to win this race?
No, it appears.
See Sykes now. Gonna have a look. Yeah, that was interesting couple of laps there.
It certainly was.
We've got 17 more of them to go.
That we do.
Bit more
It's gonna
fighting
be a
now.
long 17 for some of these guys with the drama they've had earlier. And Zane Savard, I don't know how to pronounce his surname, I'll be straight out. But he has done the fastest lap of the race, which is not what we would have expected. But considering that he's one of the few cars in the top 10 that hasn't gone off the road, you know, it goes without saying, really. As now we've got another battle going on here between Bud and Trent Allen. So Bud's up 4 spots once again. Further up we've got Zane. He is looking to make a move on Cam Parrett. So, and he's had a moment. He's going to run off here and cut the track. A lot of people struggling up there at turn 6 tonight. It's easy to do, but yeah, it's catching a lot of people out.
Looks like it's closed in at the front here as well. Oh yeah. Battle is on.
It is
Steve
on,
Warwick now with the fastest lap.
and he is, and Sykes is going with them all. So
who will be the first to blink? It's going to be about minimising the errors.
that it is. I'm going to flick back because we've got a battle here. We've got 2 side-by-sides having got Dostal and Allen, and then further back we've got Link side-by-side with Ryan Smith, and survived that, but Dostal's thrown it at the inside of Allen. They've both gone off the road.
It's driven him off the road.
Yeah, he has. That's going to invite. That's been very bad there for Trent Allen. He's been shafted, really. He's just been hat off. He's lost 3 spots in one corner.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice of Dostal there.
No, but he was in pretty deep there. He was really committed to the move, and now we're going to see Ryan Smith. He's going to have a look at Hayden Link. Hayden Link's
That's
lost 3
late.
spots here. He's obviously had some drama in the opening
Oh.
laps.
This is the battle for 9.
It is, and it's incredibly close. The top 4 are still very close as well. So this race is going to look like it's going to be a cracker. Just stick back to the front ever so briefly.
Guy's starting to put pressure on now.
He is, and Steve's there. Still on the
Oh, he goes sideways. Here we go.
Here we go. I think Kai's going to have a look here. Oh, he
Yeah,
goes moved over to break the
Yeah,
tar.
he's moved once, can't move again.
And now Kai goes down the inside as the 2 cars, Link and Zane, do the fastest laps. So that shows you how slow the front few guys are actually driving here. Would be interesting to know how much Higginson is struggling with his tyres after that lap 2 incident. Says enough though when your fastest car on the track is in P10 at the minute.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's what he said. These guys are doing a very, very good job. They're all matching each other pace.
Yeah, consistent times. As
Full
now,
mouth
Dostal does
after
the
that.
fast lap of the race in P9. So he's got Hayden Link right behind him. Those two are rapidly catching the cars in front, it must be said.
Oh, yeah. Hugo ran wide on the exit there. This made him very vulnerable.
It has, and Kai's going to have a look, but how committed is he going to be up here? We know how committed Higginson's going to be on the outside. Oh, and they've touched! They've touched! But Kai's still there! Oh, he's going to run over that bump, but they've survived that. That was extraordinary, but this has now brought everyone into it.
Here we go. This is all it took.
That was
One little
insane.
mistake.
I thought, here we go, we're going to have an accident here, but the boys have made it through. As Kai now gets sideways, that's going to bring Steve into this. What does Steve do? Does he wait and let these boys play it out, or does he have to move himself?
I think he's just got to wait.
I think so too. I think he needs to let Kai make the moves.
Yeah,
He's the one
he
that
is.
looks to be the aggressor at the minute. He's willing to do it after what we just saw. Although Steve is having a look, and the pressure
Run wide.
that pressure is now Steve's just decided.
Oh,
"Nah,
he's gone for it.
I've got to make the move," but this is going to cause him to lose the draft to Higginson, and this is what Higginson wanted. This is a free kick for him. One of the things with being in trains like this is you make a move and then you become instantly vulnerable to the car behind, and how you respond to that is basically the difference in how you win or if you lose. And Higginson's still run wide there ahead. They're still battling pretty hard here, and I think Steve's now going to throw a move. No, he's going to wait until turn one.
Yeah, this is interesting. You'd think Higo would try and run away here, but he's just sort of maintained the gap. Whether he's struggling or he's doing it on purpose, to try and save some tyre. You know, he does struggle at the back end of races.
Yeah, it is a common feature of him. He tends to drive very straight towards the back end of races, I've noticed. You can save the tyre at this track pretty easily because it's only really one tyre that gets exposed.
Oh, he's gone for it again.
He has. Oh, if I was Steve, I would wait for the straight and not make a move there. It just costs so much time. You're losing so much time to the car ahead doing that, and you're not getting the exit. Better off to get the exit, but he's going to make a move now.
Look at this. Sykes has got the double toe.
Oh,
this is big.
This is big, but he's got the move done, but Kai's going to shortcut.
He's running
I don't know
wide.
if he'll be too happy about that. And now
Yeah, that's
Sykes is down the inside as well.
should probably have been redressed there by Steve. That was. I just run someone off the road.
No, and in that corner, you basically, it's a don't argue point. There's not much you can do if you're on the outside there, except just accept it if you're running out of road.
Here we go, 10 to go.
In the background, Brapp and Cam Parrett have caught up into this. So's Zane, and so has Brandon. So, all going on here. But also still, he's not that far behind this, so this battling's causing everyone to close up. I think the happiest person in the top 10 at the minute will be Higginson. He's being let off the hook here. They had the pressure on him and they had the chance to make... I say that, and he's had a huge moment coming down the hill. So, he's still pushing this car really hard and he is still struggling.
All it takes is one mistake.
It is, especially when you're on the limit like these guys are. You have to be on the limit because otherwise you're not going to win. See, I think Jones may have used up his tyres and he's going to be vulnerable to Sykes. I think that he may have used up the rears a bit too much early on because... Oh... He still managed to continue to hold that position.
Sorry, Jones. Jones went in real deep there.
Higginson's car looks absolutely out of control in the lead.
Steve's run wide there.
For a guy leading a motor race.
Steve ran a little bit wide coming onto the straight, so he's slow in a straight line here.
Fantastic to see such a long train of cars, all the way back to P9, all within 6 seconds of one another.
Yeah, the...
Zane is straight on the inside of Bud.
Oh, good move. Oh, Bud's coming back. Yeah, the level of competition, especially towards the back end of the series, picked up another notch. Oh!
It has.
Oh. That's a big cut.
That was a big cut. I thought he was going to lose the spots there. The car's fine, but that hasn't happened. So yeah, it's not just the top four all racing for these things. You've seen guys that are further back, like Kai and Brandon, who were at the start of the year. They're now guys that can compete for wins on their day. Still yet to do it, but they're putting themselves in contention. See, Trent Allen has just DNF the race, so that's unfortunate for him. We're not sure as to what has happened. Oh, we've got a car in the middle of the road down
my
here.
God.
That's Jordan DeSantis.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow, I've got to get a replay of that. I've got to find Jordan. And it's actually, I've just seen something even more extreme that's happened. So, I'll get you all a replay. That's why I've hit the wrong button. But Jordan comes down here. He's lost it all by himself. He's made the fence. He's bounced back off the fence. And have a look at this from Higginson. He comes through. He's got no idea. The rest of them come through. And this is what I saw. I saw Jordan reversing and I saw Liam Budd come down here and he had to take the grass. He would have come over that hill and he would have been expecting that, I'll just take the grass here. And yeah, there was a car there. So,
yeah, that was a big pucker up moment.
Definitely was. So that's brought the field closer together at the front. And Jordan's around again. So Higginson was definitely the pioneer down there. I have to get an onboard of Higginson to see what he could see, because you can't see a lot when you come down there. Oh, and Steve's into the back of him. This is on now.
Yeah, it looked like Higo just parked on the apex there and just waited for Steve to give him a little bump, and then he sort of took off. So, bit of tactical driving there.
Yeah, it's a definite tactic that you can use. It's something that I like to use in older tyres. When tyres are a bit... Do you know the guy can't get the run on you? Because if he's already got on the throttle and he's hit you, then it's a good tactic to use at Winton Motor Raceway, especially when you have a Luke Rosella behind you. So...
He loves that kind of stuff.
When it's Luke Rosella, though, you don't just feel the tap, you also hear the whinging when he hits you. So then you know that's when you push the throttle and you drive off the corner.
You can almost feel the tomatoes getting ready to be thrown at you early.
Well, you can. Continues to be close here at the front.
Oh. Good use of the curb there from Steve.
Good battle.
And Kai Jones has brought that gap back now. Driven really well in the last couple of laps.
For a race that started so dramatically, it's good to see that so many people have got through it without any dramas from lap 4 onwards. Oh, I say that. There's a car off at big speed in the background.
Oh,
As we've got battling for the lead, so I won't switch away from that. Yeah, and Steve's around and put himself.
I don't know why he went for that move. That was so stupid.
It was, and I don't understand it either, Cole. It's not a good spot to make a move. It must be said. So I'm just going to get a replay of that incident before. It was bright. So he's coming to turn 1. He's obviously realised he's going to hit the back of Cam, and he's got out of it. He's had a big off there at turn 1. Way out in the middle of
I
nowhere.
reckon he's had too much boost, wound up coming down the straight, and he's just, missed the braking marker for all the boost.
It's easy to do, and he's now actually gone around again, so going for bad
Yeah, he's going to wind that boost now. The barrel power, there's too much boost. But yeah, that move from Steve there, it was just a rush to try and get the move done, and just needed to be patient.
He needs to be patient. It's not a very good overtaking spot. Yeah, you can catch people by surprise, but you just destroyed the run of both of you down the back straight. And it's hard to get done there because you don't have enough braking time to clear the guys. You really need him to back out of it. And when it's for the lead, he ain't going to back out of it. He's going to stay in it. So, but Higginson's now under threat here from Jones. So. And Sykes, so it'll be interesting. These two behind have never won a race in this series before, so they'll be pushing pretty hard, I imagine. I know the Vivid guys love their socials, and they'd be loving getting the car onto a win here. Don't think that they've managed to do that in Super 2 before. They have in Super 3 back in the day, but not in Super 2, so...
Don't discount Keenan Sykes either. We know he can get to the front.
He definitely can. He's a driver that's come on strength to strength so far in this season, and we've seen him go from top 5s to podiums to well, he's on the podium now, but you know he's a race winning competitor here. So, oh, and Higginson. He's had a massive off, and that's going to end his race. That's going to end any chance of him winning the race. So that's huge for this race.
Huge for the championship as well.
It is big for the championship. So that sets up a battle now between Jones and Sykes for the race win. Which one of the rookies is going to win the race? Or is Steve going to come back and win the race? They've got 2 laps to make the decision.
Here we go. This has set up a big finish.
It has set up a big
imagine
finish.
Ty Jones would be pretty nervous behind the wheel of that Nissan.
As we said earlier, though,
race again.
Higginson had made plenty of errors over the course of tonight, minor errors, but he hasn't made many major ones this season, and that's been a big one, and that will cost him. Maybe not so much in the championship, but it's definitely going to, it's cost him the win, and it could come back to hurt him.
Yeah, Ty's just got to hit his marks here.
That he does.
See Keenan now right on the back of him. Steve's made a charge back through, so here we go. He's got a great run as well.
Starting the last lap, and I still feel like any one of these 3 could win this race.
Oh, big moment there for Steve.
Steve's trying pretty hard. He can see the wind is on the table here. It's going to be very hard for him to do it from here, but who knows? As Sykes makes a big mistake, and that gives Jones a big free kick.
How conservative will he be into Dandenong Road? He's got a little bit of a cushion here.
He will not be wanting to make a mistake, but he's got
This is a yellow flag.
cars backwards here. He's got out of the way. Oh, it's caused him to make a mistake, and he's got hit.
Back to green flag. It's down to the last couple of corners.
It is, and oh, he's hit him in the last corner, but Kai Jones, take a bow, you're going to win a Super 2 race, and he comes out of the final corner, and he wins for Vivid Esports over Keenan Sykes for Cinecom Motorsport in P2, with Steve Warwick bringing up the podium. Fantastic race.
Well done. Well done. That was awesome to watch. Well deserved
Parrett.
too. Yeah, great pace.
Fourth, Dostal fifth. Zane in 6-2. That's a good result there for BD Racing. Higginson finishes 7th after that from Parrett. Liam Budd in 9th. Hayden Link crosses his in 10th and gets absolutely drilled. I think he's out of fuel. That's why he's on the racing line there slow. He's got some interesting things going on. That was Ryan Smith in 11th. Rhodey finishes 12th after not doing the first race, so that's a good result from him. Lachlan Haran in 13th from Acclaim Bike. Spiro in 15th. Jordan DeSantis is in P16 and the last of our finishers after what can only be described as a up and down race with him. Yeah, I saw him backwards more than I saw him going forwards. Trent Allen DNFs. Harrison Latino DNFs, Dodger DNFs, and Stenny didn't make it past the pit line on the start. So, what a race. Did not expect that from Higginson.
Yeah, that was a big mistake.
And here he goes, he's, oh, where did he get hit then? He was lighting up a burnout?
I'm not sure, I didn't quite catch that.
See if we can drag some of these guys in for a chat once they get out of the car, but impressive stuff. 2 guys that have never won a race fighting for a race win, and Kai's done it. And we said he had good pace here all night, and he's delivered. Well, that was a fantastic night of racing. So it'll be interesting to see what the points look like after that one, especially once drop rounds are taken into account. That'll be a job for me over the next few days to work all that out.
Yep, but there is some responsibility on the drivers as well on selecting which ones they want to drop. Because don't forget, they can't drop anything that's been penalised as well.
Yep.
And you can't drop DNFs. So
penalties are not dropped. So
yeah, it will be interesting.
certainly will be. Waiting to see if anyone does actually want to come in and talk to us. Good night of racing. No one's joined us in the waiting room yet, so
Yeah, I think a few guys had to take off, so yeah, might have to give it an early one tonight.
yeah, we might have to. I'll give it 2 more. I'll give it 2 more seconds before I jump out of it. But yeah, awesome racing. I'd say fantastic to see a new guy win a race. That's what we want to see, and fantastic that. Yeah, just fantastic overall. Good attendance, good racing. You know, there's some small dramas of things, but that happens in racing, especially at a track like this that's so high speed with such little room for error. You're going to have those accidents where people have major offs, and there's not a lot you can be done about it to avoid it. But I'm keen to get back here for main series next week.
Yeah, me too, mate. I mean, that's if not the little one decides to pop out when the race is about to start. So we actually had a chat about that, me and the partner earlier. It'd be quite funny if that happened.
Yeah, it's be a bit of a drama if that happens. Hopefully not. I'd like to see you there on the grid, but who knows what can happen in this world. Seems to be my world. Everything happens to give me the most inconvenience possible. A plan for the least inconvenience and the most inconvenience possible happens. So I hope that doesn't happen to you,
Mate.
but that's my life. So, but yeah, no one's jumped in to join us, so we'll thank you all for watching, and we'll see you at Bathurst. But I hope everyone can join us at for Sandown to watch next week or participate if they so wish to, and then we head to Pukekohe as well, which I'm hoping that we get a big turnout for, because it will be the last ever time we race there in ASC, and I'm very personally sad to be losing that track, and it's going to be this is my only opportunity to talk about that, so I'm going to take that before while I can, and yeah, I hope we see people at those ones.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future events starting at Sandown. Then we have Pookie, and then the big one, Bathurst.
Bathurst will be special, so I know that
Very.
Stairs and Madbird and Floody and all those guys will have something special planned for it. As I say, keep an eye on the dates, because the dates will be released very shortly, and all the event details. So we've waited for COVID and other real life events and sim events to shake out where they're going to be, so that we can pick a date that's going to suit everybody, and hopefully it is an awesome event. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you the next one.
See you then. Have a good one and enjoy it.